Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. My name is Dylan, and I will be your host tonight. If you're not familiar with my show or with me, I've been collecting cards my entire life, and I've never gotten out of them. I've always been into them. But for the last, you could say at least 20 years, I've been really heavily into graded vintage cards. And tonight, I'm going off the deep end here, and I am venturing into ultra modern. I guess that's what you call it. Mike Trout specifically. And this video tonight, it's going to be old school. If you're familiar with me, it's old school style. Just hang out in my card room. You guys are like hanging out with me, and I have the floor, and I'm just talking about my collection. Everybody gets a turn, right? So that's kind of how I'm going back to it. I'm not going to be editing this thing. I'm going to be showing you guys, talking about my feelings, talking about collecting, talking about why I went down this road, and all kinds of different things that have processed through my brain and come up with a plan and a collecting strategy, I guess you'd call it, on why I am buying Mike Trout cards and why I didn't take my time and dilly-dally and try and I just went all in. And with ultra modern cards, you can buy everything really fast if you want. And it's that's the cool part about it, which I've known in the past, but coming back into it again, it's like all of a sudden if you want to collect Mike Trout's cards, you just go on there at any time and you can hunt for them. And a 9 looks like a 9. A 10 looks like a 10. I mean, they look the same, but you get what I'm saying. There's no difference. Even in 8, buy an 8, collect whatever grade you want. But vintage is so much different. An 8 and a 5 and a 4, it's just a different ball game altogether. With this, you buy a card, you either get the 9, the 8, the 10, they all look exactly the same. You can't tell a single bit different unless you got, you're way up close. So I'm going to dive into that a little bit. And also, I want you guys to know that what I'm going to talk about tonight, this is me sharing like the road I'm going down in my collecting and investing. I'm not against that word because I'm buying these cards because I want to collect Mike Trout cards. I always have, but I thought I missed the boat. And I did in the beginning stages, but I was collecting vintage, so it doesn't matter. B, I love the Angels. I've been an Angels fan my entire life. It's just awesome. And C, and I can go on and on, but I love collecting all cards. And I just never bought into the last couple years all this crazy hype and pull up. I didn't get sucked into that because I've been in this long enough to understand that that's just like anything. It's just like the stock market, just boom, and it's just crazy. And so I figured I missed the boat on Mike Trout. And for me, I can go back and buy these cards at prices that are around 2019, 2020, sometimes even earlier, sometimes a little later. But with that said, don't do what I did. Don't do this. Do whatever makes you happy, whatever collecting aspect or investing aspect you want to take on. You got to make your own decisions in this hobby. And when someone tells you what to do, wherever, if you watch somebody that tells you what to do, I don't know too many people that just say you need to do this. I mean, that's crazy to me. Don't listen to anyone's thoughts without, making your own thoughts. Like I'm telling you a story, basically. I'm telling you what I did. And it's crazy. And it's nuts. And I spent, so, you'll see the title. It's going to say something about what I spent. But I spent $6,400 on all the Mike Trout cards you see in front of you. I think there's 33 graded Mike Trout cards. And 90% of them are from 2012 and 2013 are like 90% of them. Then there's some rookies, and then a collection that I'm working my, work through. But mainly I'm collecting the stuff that is older, his first, second, and third year cards. And there's a reason for that. my opinions are of the fact that, you know, everybody's anti Mike Trout right now, first and foremost. And the cards have come down a great deal from the crazy boom. Whether they go to that level again in history is irrelevant. Because I just see an opportunity here to start a collection and get into the ultra modern stuff and the modern stuff and just have fun buying Mike Trout cards and have a display on my wall. So it kind of hits all sides where I think I'm getting in at a good time. Whether I'm right, time will tell. Whether I'm wrong, shouldn't matter to you guys. And I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and I'm putting myself out there, not to tell you, hey, dude, this is the best idea ever. This is the way it's gonna make a bunch of money. No way, not in the least. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Straight up, telling you guys what I'm doing like I would never thought I would do in a million years. Never thought I'd be someone who would let myself open up to the criticism that can be involved in buying $6,500 basically in Mike Trout cards, or anything, and telling someone why they did it. I mean, that's a big deal. So tonight we're jumping in, going old school, and old school for me is just me just talking, and then I'll zoom in and I'm going to show you guys cards and just jam through until, whatever, wherever this goes. I have so many reasons and so many thoughts and so many things I want to discuss. So that's the road we're going down tonight. And as you guys know, I don't like to edit my videos, so I might take a break because I have to check on my cat. His name's Wolfman. He's really old, so I might have to take a break for that. But otherwise, you're just going to get me just talking, and it's not like I did like a huge amount of prep for these videos. I just don't enjoy doing a lot of work in videos. I actually don't like any work. I like to research things, and I'm not calling that work, but tonight is me just sharing maybe some of that research, but a small amount, more about just what I did and why I did it. So without going too much further on that, so here's my thoughts. As you guys can see, some of these cards right here, I got some pretty insane cards. I've got some rookies here, and I've got some cards that I just picked up because I thought they were awesome, just super cool looking. And I got cards that, I think this is the way that I think these cards will be more valuable in the future, because to me, Mike Trout is one of the only players, maybe Clayton Kershaw and maybe Verlander, but Kershaw probably for sure. But the only player that's playing right now that is 100% locked, assuming he doesn't mess up in life or find out he did steroids or anything like that. He can break his leg and never play ball again. He had that run that was as good as Mickey Mantle's and Willie Mays, the best guys in the world who ever played this game. So I go, this is the time to do it, and I've been selling a bunch of cards. I need to make sure you guys are aware of this. I'm not some guy that has money coming out my ears. Like, I do yards for a living. I just need you guys to know that I sold cards. I sold vintage, off-centered 7s and 8s and all kinds of stuff that I no longer can appreciate. Meaning, when I put it on the wall, I just stare at it, and I'm removing those now, so I can enjoy everything. And that's just me doing that. It doesn't mean anyone has to do that. So I sold $12,900 worth of cards in the last 70 days. Okay, so this is $6,500 worth of those cards. And this is me just not bragging about telling you how much I sold. This is me just telling you the story behind what I'm doing, which is just so fun, because I get to, another thing, you get to bet on modern players. I get to bet on Mike Trout and my Angels, and I'll be more invested this season as well. So it's just been really exciting. So here's how I went about it. I wanted to collect Now, a lot of you guys may have heard this before. I talked a little bit about this on Turn Back the Clock with Adam on an episode. But I'm going to dive deeper and talk, whatever, just like where it's going right now. What I did was, from a collector's standpoint, from me just like wanting to get them, I guess this is from all aspects, really. Wanted to get the most value out of my money that I was going to spend on these Mike Trout cards. So, me being a vintage collector, I guess just me being me, I don't look at pop reports. I never have. I've done it you could count 3 times, maybe I've looked at pop reports. And I've talked about a couple of the times that I did that. But with Ultra Modern, it's all about the pop reports, because you don't know how much stuff they printed, and you just don't know, when it says a purple refractor or orange refractor and there's not a number on the back, you don't know how many they printed. So the only way to kind of come up with a relative number is to look at the pop reports and be like, wow, okay, there was only 200 graded so far, or X, and you're like, okay, well, and then the super, or say one that was numbered to 300 is this, so you can kind of calculate how many they printed off that. Anyways, that's what I did. I talked to a couple friends about this, and that's I kind of ran that by them, and they're more modern collectors than I am, and they kind of, I don't want to mention their names because I don't want them to, I don't want to misquote anything they said. So regardless, that's how I went about it. And so what I learned was not only that I wanted to collect gold cards, I wanted to collect gold cards before I started looking up the pop reports. And the reason behind this is because, first, they're all numbered to the year that they came out, which is just awesome and super cool. Okay, in 2013, they only had 2013 of these, and this is numbered out of that. So how many there are. I have 2 of them. And the second reason, the most important reason for the gold, was nostalgic. For me, the Topps gold has been around since, I think, 91. They did these gold winners. I could be totally wrong here, but I think I'm within reason in my mind. I didn't research this, but I think you did these. You could fill out this game card, you send enough in, and you get these gold winners cards. My friend always did that. My friend Dave, and he was sending away for these winners cards. I think I got a bunch from him later in life. So gold's been around since then, and they've been doing it ever since. And so I'm like, that's the refractor I want to collect, because it's one of the originals, if not the original, that Topps did, besides minis or different color variations on lettering in 69 and 57, and I'm sure I'm missing a ton of stuff. But for me, the gold, that era was dude, that's a super epic card. I just remember seeing those and this has got to be worth a fortune. They're not worth that much, but they're way more rare than the common ones, which is crazy. I should probably go buy all those up. But with that said, that's how I went about this collection to begin with. So I wanted to have one gold card from every year Mike Trout played, starting from his rookie year, 2011, which is right here, and all the way to his 2022 and this year 2023 card. So that was the whole concept behind it, nostalgic and just the love for these gold cards. And how many exist regardless of what grade you get, which is a whole nother topic, which I'm going to cover as well. But how rare they are straight off because they're numbered, and straight off because these are gold. They're nostalgic. It's a nostalgic set. And to me, it reminded me a lot of the Tiffany cards. The Tiffany cards were produced in set form, and they were given out to, dealers or whatever. I never had a set. I never saw them when I was young. I never got any of those. but they were like run out of 5,000. So these are like half that. And you get them in packs. And I know Topps. I open packs of Topps and I pull the golds and I never get good guys. So I know how hard they are to come by. Like to pull a Mike Trout out of one of those. I mean, cases and cases and cases you'd probably blow through. And so that was another aspect of how rare these golds are. And then the most important part of finding out how rare something is, I guess, in this modern era, and you don't, and there's so many reasons. There's so many different ways, I guess. It changes too after 2000, I'd say 19, when they started producing even more cards because cards got popular. It's a whole nother conversation. But that is relevant. Man, I'm sidetracking, but that's relevant to why I went down just buying his, going after his whole run of gold, and then buying a whole ton of his second year cards and his third year cards and his like gold cup cards, which I think are just outstanding, and it's like the greatest card of his. So I'll touch base on that as well. So that, I mean, man, that's why I went after it. And then when you look at these pop reports, I have one right here. So let's just say, for instance, that last card, the 2011 Topps update, his base card, I have the printout right here from PSA from today. And his base card has 12,059 graded by PSA. This is just PSA and just graded. 10s, there are 5,929. So the first thing I did was like, when I started this whole thing, I'm not buying base. I'm not buying any base cards. I have some as a nostalgic reason because they're inexpensive, and I wanted it in my collection, and they're inexpensive. Really, that's why I have them. I don't think I don't think they're gonna go up very much. I don't care how good he is. How high can a base card go? I don't know. I never thought a base card of a update would be worth like $500 raw, like Mike Trout's. I never thought that in a million years. I think that's absolutely crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. But it doesn't mean they're not going to go higher. But this is why I went down, going down for golds or refractors or numbered cards, just things that were low produced and low pop. I hate saying the word pop because it's just, in my vintage brain, like, the vintage brain's so hard because you're looking at PSA 9 low pop of something. I don't care. I don't care if it's a low pop because it's a 9. That card isn't that rare. There's like, who knows? Say there's 5,000 Robin Yount rookie cards graded. Say there's 10,000. It's all about the eye appeal. So I've changed my whole concept on this. So the pop report's like irrelevant. So an 8, I don't care. If my 4 looks better, I want this 4. I don't care what the pop report says. But in ultra modern, you really got to pay attention to this stuff. So good thing I'm only focusing on one player. So with all that said, you got 12,000 regular base cards. And then I went down the list. And when you go down the list, you can see, oh, you're not going to be able to read that. I'm just going to tell you guys. So you got the Cognac, I don't know what that is. Diamond Anniversary, I've seen it. It's an awesome card. I know some friends that have it. That has a total of 385 graded by PSA. And then you go to the gold, and it has 331. So to me, the gold is more rare than that version. And it has only 10 PSA 10s, and then 9s, there's only 138. Now, this is only PSA, and BGS is different. I have the list for BGS somewhere. Oh, it's right here. So there's 21 9s, and 77 9.5s, and 2 10s. So it doesn't matter. You go off just the PSA. All you got to do is go off PSA because the most cards have been graded from them. So the BGS thing, I don't even care. So I looked down the list, and gold was very close to the top to having the least amount of cards graded by PSA. It's like you got the camo, which has almost nothing. You got the Target red, which has 53, and then you got Walmart blue border, which has 247. And then, of course, you have the Diamond Anniversary, that has 12, and the one of ones, there's 2 of them. So the gold, to me, there's only 2,011 of them that exist, and there's only 331 that have been graded by PSA. So that was my concept, and you can take that all across the years on rarity and how rare they are. You take the gold all the way across, it's the same rarity all the way through, minus the fact that they produced more probably in 2019 or 2020, maybe even later because they produced so early, so maybe just 2021 to 22. But in my head, I was like, I want to be safe and collect all his first and second year cards like a vintage player does. We love second year cards of players as a vintage collector. I do. And we love rookie cups. So I went nuts on rookie cups, and it might be Mike Trout's greatest card. So I want to see if there's anything else I can touch base. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to show you guys some cards, and then if something hits me, it hits me when I talk about it. But that was the whole deal with this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to change the view. I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to show you guys every single card I picked up. And if you want to watch, awesome. You want to see all these cards, super sick. And you know me, I'll probably talk through it. But I'd rather do that than stand up and bring them over there. It'll go faster and look cleaner, and I can sit down. So let's do that. So without further ado, bam. See you guys in 1 second. Yo guys, all right, we got the new view, and now I'm going to show you guys the card. So I'm going to run through these things, talk as we go. This is the 2011 Topps. Oh, you know what? I don't know if you guys heard that sound earlier. That was my AC going on. Man, I just turned it off. I should have turned it off earlier. My bad. Apologize if it was bad. I haven't listened yet. Mike Trout Gold right here. Boom. Really nice centering, corners, edges. And then you got your surface. And look at that. Numbered out of 2011. Awesome. That's like such an iconic card too in the hobby. I am like over the moon to have that. Really, really stoked on that bad boy. Next, we got a Bowman Draft. And I got a PSA 7 here. This is, believe it or not, gold Bowman Drafts. These are the thick ones. These are actually pretty low pop. Couldn't believe it. But I guess it makes sense because these are like, you pull them out, I think one in every pack of gold, but the odds of getting the guy you want, that's makes them 300 times, I don't know how big the set is, but however many times more hard to get. That was my only low grade, and I kind of wish I would have went a higher grade, but that was towards the end of it. And here's another thing to talk about. So here's the 2011 Bowman Chrome Mike Trout refractor, graded a 9. Why did I buy 9s and 10s minus that 7? Now I did that not as a collector's mindset, because a collector's mindset would have bought all 7s all day long, or all 8s, I'd say, as a collector. Whatever, the cards all look the same. But I bought those because I think these are ultra modern cards, so we got ultra modern collectors, so to speak. We got guys that have been born and bred on PSA 9s and basically PSA 10s. 9s are like out of the pack, and 10s are ultra out of the pack. 2012 Gold Sparkle. Put that on the side. Not my favorite image, so I only have 2 of these cards, but I just wanted to get, these are probably 300 pop or less, something like that. Just awesome. Super cool. Those are not numbered, those 2. So I just went off the pop report to see how rare they were. This is kind of what started it all here. The 2012 Bowman Chrome Green Refractor. I got the gold one by mistake. I bought a Mickey Mantle card, and the guy shipped me a 2012 Bowman Chrome Gold, which I have coming, which I ended up picking up for $22 in a PSA 9 just today. So that's on its way. So this kind of what started me. I got that card by mistake, and I was like, wow, this is a really cool looking card. So I did some research on Mike Trout in particular, and Mike Trout's prices of his cards, and that really had a lot to do with it. And it, like I said, it really makes me involved this year. And man, I cannot wait to put all these on my wall. So I'm glad I get to show these finally, because I've been stacking them and I haven't been able to display them yet, because I wanted them all. I wanted to talk about them first and then put the sleeves on them. So here's a refractor, PSA 9. That over top the other one. And this card's super sick. This one I don't think is going to be a high value card one day or anything like that. There's plenty of these to go around, but these are still a semi variation, I believe, just because you don't get these I don't think it's like a super crazy base card, but it's just an awesome image. I mean, look at that, an 87 tops mini future stars. It's like me, Wally Joyner in that 87 tops is like the God card plus the Bo Jackson. So you got the Bo Jackson future stars, which is just super sick. Yeah, sorry guys, I wasn't showing the backs of these things. I got so many cards, I'm just kind of jamming. That's one of my favorite. So I bought that card not because I think it's going to be worth money, not because it was a good investment, so to speak, just because it's so sick. It's just a sicko. Gold, here, stick on the gold path, 2012. I didn't care what gold card I had from the year. It didn't need to be his base card. This happens to be his at-bat all-star. I don't even know what his base card is. It's so crazy. So I just needed one. So this is numbered to 2012. PSA 9. This is an awesome card right there. His Rookie of the Year season, I think. Maybe it's the next year. I don't know. I think that was it. Oh, man, this is a really stunning looking card. So this is a PSA 10. And this is the blue. And this one's numbered. So this is kind of one of those like, oh, that's how many variations can we make? At least back then they weren't making that many. I think this is the only other one numbered to 2013 besides the gold. So, oh man, I was so stoked to get this. I tried to win a gold I tried to win a gold version of this in a 10 and in the big version just like this. And it went for way over what I was willing to bid. And then I found this right away at a Buy It Now on My Slabs. And I was like, yes, boom, I'll take that. It's way cheaper. So stoked. And it looks awesome. But I did get a gold one. So it's coming up. I got the most epic gold card. So these cup cards are just ridiculously awesome. I think it's my favorite pose of his in all of his cards, but in all honesty, he has a lot of really good, like, just super epic cards. I guess all the guys do now. I don't know, but I think this one's really sick. I mean, mainly the gold cup, right? So got the purple, not numbered, so you guys know, but this is like a 200 to 300, probably a 40, 50 pop as far as the 9 goes. Like all these refractors, this is ridiculous how rare, like this one is such a low pop. I don't know what it was, but I got some way low ones. I got the orange. I'm all about pop now, guys. That's all I'm going to talk about from here on out. How cool is this card? I can't wait to put these on the wall. Orange, not numbered. I think it was just a little more rare than the purple or a little less rare. I don't know. But regardless, had to get it. This one, got these two from Four Sharp Corners. Just Buy It Nows. I know these, like I said, I'm going against my religion as far as like, there's no value in these in my mind, just what it is. So this was like $40 or 30 something dollars. So I would just say when he's, retired and this thing could still totally be that price, but I'm comfortable at it and I wanted it. It's cool. Super cool. So got that. And then we got another variation, which is the sliding. Oh yeah. So this one I was just like, this is so weird. They're like the same card, right? Another variation, LAA2. I don't know. I didn't look at what that is. This is the regular one, probably out of the packs. This is probably out of the team sets or something. Those are I got 3 base cards, I think, in here. Then I got this one's pretty rare. These are really rare. These blue Walmarts, regular tops, I'd say within the 200 range, within the 50 range, probably of a 9. Could be wrong, but it's close. So don't quote me on all that. Not numbered, but these are not everyday cards. And it's his rookie cup card. It's awesome. This is an awesome card to collect. Got another one here. This one is a common. This is like a base card, Gypsy Queen. I think it's one of those inserts, the standard inserts though. But it's the same image of the rookie cup, and I thought it was a cool card, and I think I paid like $15 or something for this, so I got 2 in here like that. So I just wanted it. I thought it was super cool. So boom, 3rd year Mike Trout card, same image as the other one. Awesome. Now let me show you a banger right here. This is the one I was waiting for. I picked this up. This is why I haven't done the video. I literally picked this up on the way to the hospital yesterday, and it had been in the car, and I pulled it out this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that thing is insane. This is a really, dare I say, rare card. Look how perfect it is. 9.5, and all the subs are 9.5s, and this is the mini Topps Rookie Cup. There's only 62 of these that exist in the world. So funny, because I just crack myself up thinking about me saying these things. This is the only 62 of these, but there's 700 other variations of the same photo. But there's only 62 of these. But with that said, this thing, I actually have the pop written down. It's so low. There's only 5 of these graded by BGS, and there was only 9 graded by PSA, and there's only 4 9.5s of this that exist, and I think this would grade a 10 across the board. You know, another gamble you could take, right? This is probably, this is my second favorite card of the Mike Trouts I have, hands down. I mean, this is a spectacular card. And these are like really expensive. Some guy had this up for $698 or something, and I made an offer at $425, just shot in the dark. And he came back at $490 something, and I just accepted right there. Bang. Did I overpay? Did I underpay? Well, time will tell. But I'm letting you guys know. I just think it's just awesome. So yeah, there's like none of these. So, and it's so, that thing's so cherry. That is like, whew, man, I can't get enough of that one. Another base. This is really inexpensive. Another 4 sharp corner, just bang, bang, PSA 10. Like, how easy is that? You don't have to look at centering or anything. You're just like, yeah, modern PSA 10. There it is. Nothing special there, but cool. I love this image probably as much as this image, except obviously the Rookie Cup takes it over the top for me. But if you were to put this and have a Rookie Cup on here, I would choose this one. It's just, you know, full-blown, just super cool. Oh, it's just awesome. Although I love base stealing, so still a toss-up. I got the gold one here, PSA 9. I feel like I just stole some of these cards so cheap. I was throwing out offers left and right to people, and some people would take them, and some people would counter, but people were willing to sell all kinds of Mike Trout stuff. I mean, I accumulated these all in a 2-month period, so just went nuts. And I got the Topps. Oh, I also have this one in a raw form. This was really inexpensive. So, got it. I did buy a couple of raw ones to fill in the set because I'm going to get them graded regardless because they're gold and they go in my set. This is 2013, the batting gold. Another one. Just look at that gold. I just love it. And I mean, how hard are these to grade with the chipping? Makes it that much more special. Numbered. Bingo. I don't care if you guys, you know, look up what I paid for these things. I'm an open book here on this stuff. It's all in, you know, whatever. Look at this. So another one. Got another version. I got a 10 here. This is a buy it now. I remember most of the guys I would make offers for, but when I saw something like this was $150, I was like, dude, I just hit the buy button on a few. Not all of them, but once I read the pop report, I go, bam, 2013. Okay, let's just get it. $150. And I think I did fine on the ones that I did that too. I think I did pretty good actually because I've seen some auctions end since. This is the 9 Mike Trout Rookie of the Year. Another awesome image. Another one of those right there. Hello, buddy. How cool is that right there, yeah? Got the Emerald, the 10, and I think I won this one in an auction. Yeah, look at that. This one's not numbered. This one's less rare, but it is a 10. Really cool. Look at that, man. How the Angels. Look how fit he looks right there. A young Mike Trout. Bam. So 2013. See, I told you guys I bought so many of those second and third year. Oh, here's the other stack. Plenty more, guys. Don't worry. Oh, this one. So I got another base card here, but it's a base card with like a caveat, right? So this is like a mini. Guys, you guys know me and minis. I love minis. 75 minis. That mini over there.
Mini baseball cards, I guess, because they remind me of, I always say because I'm small, but I think really in reality it's the old Bowman cards that I rarely ever saw when I was a kid, and so it's like that size of Bowman. So this is a 9. This was another very inexpensive card, and so this is a lot more rare than the base. So if you're looking for base cards and you like mini cards, man, it's like the 75 tops. The 75 tops are more rare, but they're worth less, or maybe the same now, but these are much more rare than the big ones, and I just love them. And no, I don't think this is a high dollar card, but so cool. I spent so much time on that one. All right, next one. Blaze through a few more. 2014, so we're moving up. Topps update. I love getting the update versions too, and trust me, this collection is going to grow. I'm going to get a gold card or numerous gold cards graded by PSA or any company, but I'm really just trying to focus on PSA at the moment for these, just to keep them organized. But like I said, I have BGS, but this is not an end game here, because you can get the new ones for like, I spent around $30 on a lot of these golds. Like this was probably $30, and they're super not common. These are rare. Again, not easy. These borders are not easy to get good grades on, and there's only 2015 of this one. So this is 2015. This is All-Star Game. Super cool vintage Angels, which I don't think they ever actually wore hats like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I wasn't alive then. 2016 Top Shipping Queen. This is just a fun one I bought. Like I said, I love mini cards, and this one's numbered at 250, very inexpensive. Another one just to have. No, like, I think this is going to be worth a fortune one day. Nothing like that. I just love the card, yeah? It's just really cool, and it goes really good in my collection. Moving on up, 2018 gold. I mean, he really doesn't have a bad card. Another guy, I mean, maybe all the guys are like that, but vintage, it's not always so. But man, Mike Trout cards are awesome. So 2018, this thing's numbered out. This is another $30 card or something like that. Very inexpensive. I made offers for most of these because I accumulated fast. Let's just put it that way. 2018 Topps Chrome Mike Trout Refractor. This one was an auction. I totally remember this. This is like $45, $50, something like that. It's, I just said, you know what? Refractor, it's cool. I love the refractors. They're not common. They're like the same thing. They're like they're an old school refractor. They're old school parallel, like the standard refractors. So I really am drawn to these as well, the non-numbered ones, simply because of the nostalgic, refractors, with the finest. I think started it off, and Topps Chrome. Oh, what an awesome card here. This is one of his best cards as well. The 2019 Topps Gold, the leaping one. Dave, this is shout out to you, Legends of the Dugout. I think I got that name right. I know you collect all these variations. I think you have this gold. I'm sure you do. So just an awesome card. And another one I got coming is one that I pulled out of a pack that is this image. It's the pink parallel. So I sent it in to get graded, and I got them back this week from Adam's got them. So I'm going to see the grades when we do the turn back the clock. So super excited. Add another one there. And we got about 6 more. So, dude, I might go under an hour. That's a slow record. 2020 Topps update. Mike Trout. Just the standard and numbered out of 2020. Just awesome. Stack them like that. Bingo. Oh, whoa. Don't want to crush that one. Here's one I just bought for fun. Not much value. Just a really cool looking card. 2020. Probably a $15, I think, something like that. Oh, here's a sick one I bought because it was just awesome. 2021 Gold Cup. I just love this. The 64 design, 1964 Topps. And this one's numbered out of 50. This one I paid $60 for. He had it at some crazy price, and I just offered some lowball thing. And I think $60 is probably fair value on this. If I did like an auction, maybe I would win, It would lose a little, but I think the card's fantastic, and I love it. And yeah, that's why I bought that one. So thought it was really cool. This one is another one that's really just a really spectacular looking card. I've never seen these. Like I don't have any of these chrome blue sparkle refractors. So sometimes I buy cards just to see what they look like. And to be honest with you, I think it's just like the sparkles in this. The shine is really, really awesome in the flesh. And inexpensive card here. This is like $30, $35 I think I bought for this auction. Probably paid too much. But it's a low pop, which is funny, right? It's not numbered, but these aren't in every heritage pack. I tell you, I buy blasters and I have never pulled one with this kind of shine. No, it is what it is. This one I just bought, another 2020, just awesome. Look at that. I mean, what's not to like about this card right here? Gold, so it's numbered out at 2020. It's got Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. The only other modern player that I collect. I don't necessarily collect him, but I bought him a while ago and I have some leftovers. So I get to add this. Is just awesome. Both of them. So cool. And then I got also this one right here. They're super cool. Ungraded. Very inexpensive. And you got Pujols and Mike Trout. And this one's numbered as well. 2015. Just awesome duel. And this one, 2016, I actually have his jumping one on the fence coming as well, the gold. I actually just found that today, made an offer. I got it for $58, I think I put my final bid in. He wanted 100 and something and got him down. Whether that's a deal or not, I tend to think like a $40 price range for the golds and nines past like 2018 is good. So this is a little older, or the other one coming, so whatever. Just an awesome card right here too. And then I got a double and another double ungraded. So dude, that's it, you guys. So that's all I got for you. That's what I wanted to share. I want to share what I've been doing with my collecting and my collection. And I'm still buying plenty of low graded, good eye appeal, or any grade eye appeal vintage. Trust me. I am still selling cards. I realize I just love selling cards to buy new cards because I love buying new cards and adjusting my collection. It's been seriously the coolest thing ever. To see it morph in front of my eyes has been incredible, and something that I always wanted to do. Even before I got on YouTube, I'd buy cards and I'd just be like, man, I didn't see that. Oh, I'm never going to buy a card that has that on it again, or never this or never that. And then I just adjusted my eyes over the years and my mind, and YouTube really kicked it into gear and just said, dude, just do it. All the cards that you bought and you just wish, maybe you wish right out of the gate you wouldn't have bought, or they just grew out of you. You just got over it. For me, it was time to move them and time to change directions and change form. So it's been a blast. So thank you guys for listening to me talk and put my 2 cents in. And I hope you guys have just an awesome week. And till next time, double shaka.